Hi, this is Bill Petrosky, political reporter at the Des Moines Register. We're talking with David Young, candidate for the nomination for Republican nomination for 3rd District Congress. Thank you very much for coming, David. How's the campaign going, and kind of what are your thoughts heading into the convention on Saturday?
Well, as you know, it's still going, and June 21st, this Saturday, we will know who our nominee is. And I've been out there banging on delegates' doors, offering to mow their lawns. We just had a storm. I offered to remove any tree limbs that fell into their yard. And it's a matter of just going out and selling yourself. It's a sales job to these delegates. And these delegates are in a very interesting position. You know, they look at this through a lens of electability, eligibility, the philosophy, those kind of things, likability. And so you just have to appeal to the voters and show them that you're working hard. And also you need to listen to them.
Right. What's your message to folks when you're talking with them? Why do you want to be the next congressman?
Well, it is a matter of wanting. It's not a need. I mean, we see a lot of politicians who seem to need this to fulfill a personal goal or their resume, but I want to serve because I have experience as Senator Grassley's chief of staff and having served Iowans, and I'm ready to do the job. And when you look at readiness, you want to hit the ground right away for Iowa. And it's not going to take me a year to figure the place out, rules, who to work with, not to work with. For some candidates, by the time they learn that, then all of a sudden it's time to campaign again, and they're focused on campaigning and not legislating or doing oversight or investigations of this government or representing the people.
Sure. One of the interesting things about this is that there are 6 candidates, and a lot of the candidates were pretty closely bunched up after the primary. People needed 35% to win the primary nomination. Nobody did that, but a lot of the other candidates, including yourself, were very closely packed together. So what's the strategy heading into the convention then?
Well, you're right in mentioning that, because the top 5 candidates, we were all within single digits of one another, and it shows the strength of the field. You know, we haven't had an open seat in a long time in this election, this seat, and the strategy is to get more votes than anybody else.
Right.
And it's all going to come down to convention. It's going to, for a lot of people, it's going to come down to the speeches. They want to hear one last time these folks that are running, and I'm going to give the speech of my life, and at the same time I'm going to just keep working hard up until then. And it's a thrill to do this, and I just know how to listen to people, because that's part of it. They want an advocate, and I will be an advocate for them. And I also have to make sure that people know that I'm talking to, that they're my boss. It's not Eric Cantor, you saw what happened to him, or John Boehner, or Mitch McConnell on the other side, or even the president. My boss is the people of the 3rd District of Iowa if I'm elected, and they hire and they fire. And also, I want to remind people, as one person can make a difference. I've seen that with Senator Grassley, and as a person of faith, you don't have to lose your soul to get something done.
Sure. How do you feel about your chances?
I feel great. The response from folks is very encouraging. I'm people's first pick. I'm not everybody's first pick, but it's not bad to be a second or even a third pick.
Right.
Because, you know, as candidates fall out, as the rounds go, the people who supported that candidate, they have to look somewhere else. And so I'm very encouraged. I'm also encouraged by a Caffeinated Thoughts poll that just came out a few days ago, where they polled the delegates, and about a quarter of them responded, and I was tied for first at 27%. For the first pick, and on the second pick I was at 34%, so I'm very encouraged.
Sure. Can the party emerge from this unified? Will there be hard feelings afterwards?
Well, I'm somebody who can unify the party. As Senator Grassley's conduit to the different bases of the party, I've always had great relationships with the Tea Party folks, social conservatives, Christian conservatives, economic conservatives, defense hawks, and so I can unite the party. And I have not made any enemies out there in the field, even within this primary with my opponents. You know, they are my opponents, they're not my enemies. Our goal is to win in November.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, David. And this is Bill Petrosky at DesMoinesRegister.com. Thanks for watching.